So we all know that this has affected us. Seems like every time we turn around, colleges are having to make all these adjustments, right? Because of the pandemic and a lot of different fronts here. And my twins are affected by this because they are seniors this year. So I was concerned. How does this affect college admissions, or does it? I reached out to an expert. Here's part of my conversation with Ray Celeste Tanner with Salem College. Ray Celeste, thanks for taking time out today to talk about this. So, I mean, obviously, COVID is a game changer in all ways, really. But when it comes to college admissions, a lot of parents and the students are kind of confused. How is this going to work? So, what are you seeing right now?
Yeah, so there's been a big shift, I think, in the timeline for the college decision process. The seniors now were juniors, and I know a lot of juniors during spring break will take that as an opportunity to look at colleges and start their college exploration process. And that was right when lockdown started.
So from an admission standpoint, how are you guys looking at this? Is this kind of a month by month changing situation, or what's your viewpoint?
Well, our admissions criteria have not changed. We've been test optional for a while, so that's been really helpful. Our students don't have to worry about test scores or if they're able to take a standardized test. That said, things like campus visits, which we've traditionally relied on, we've had to move completely virtually. So we have live virtual campus visits with current students.
And so you guys are doing, obviously you're doing a lot of outreach, trying to keep people informed with this. What's coming up there that we need to know about?
So we actually have our open house scheduled for this Saturday. The students will have the opportunity to watch some class sessions. Professors will have little mini classes, as well as there'll be a student panel. Prospective students can ask questions to financial aid or their admissions counselor. So lots of things coming in that event. It'll be virtual. It's called Spotlight on Salem College, and students can register for that online.
Thanks for taking time out today. Good luck. Sounds like you guys are right on top of things. So it is interesting because obviously this varies greatly from school to school, university to university. I noticed, because we've been filling out applications left and right, that it does vary greatly. So you need to check with each university, but just more and more emphasis is being put on involvement in their school and that type of thing. It's not so much that admissions are going to be easier, it's really more that they're making it easier to apply. But that being said, economically, we'll see what happens with universities. They may relax their entrance situation and criteria based on money in the long run.
Right, because they need students to go to the school to pay the bills. But then if you put all these requirements on the students, they're not going to go in. I remember us talking about this a little bit earlier in the year when we were hearing of some SAT and ACT tests that couldn't even happen because of the pandemic. And that led to a lot of colleges saying, you know what, for the upcoming year, we're not going to require them.
Right, and I know here locally, Eric, you mentioned Salem College. Wake Forest also doesn't require you to submit your SAT score, and they do have that interview option. I can see more colleges doing this, but you mentioned campus visits. It would be extremely hard to decide if you're between a couple of schools where you want to go if you can't physically be on campus and meet people there.
It was interesting that she said they actually do live virtual tours of the college. So I mean that's pretty interesting that they're walking around and showing you live with a camera what everything looks like.